What's up, you guys? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, dear Lord, sweet baby Jesus, D is hitting us with information left, right, and center. I swear to God, it was just like last week, we were talking about Warframe rebalances, then now we've got a whole bunch of weapon buffs, then today was the Prime unvaulting, and then all of a sudden they dropped this on us. An update is due to come out this week called Shrine of the Eidolon, which is going to contain the two new Eidolons, is going to contain Riven Transmutation, the weapon and Warframe reworks. It's gonna be absolutely nuts. So I figured I wanted to do kind of like a consolidation video that has all of the information here ready for you. But since it just dropped today, I figured we would go ahead and talk about the Prime Vault first. So as you guys can see here, the Prime Vault has been unsealed. It's going to contain Ember, Loki, and Frost. And as you can see, the dual pack contains Loki and Ember. And then you can pick up all of the individual ones for $39.99 as opposed to the $59.99 for the dual pack. One thing to note about the dual pack that I think is really cool is you get 1,200 platinum in there, as opposed to when you just buy platinum straight out of the gate. It's about 1,000 platinum for 50 bucks. So literally for 10 bucks more, you're getting 200 more platinum. You're getting all of the goodies that come with Loki Prime, Ember Prime, and all of the accessories as well. So I think that's actually a pretty good price. Now, for those of you guys who aren't going to pick it up via Prime Access or Prime Vault Access, I really don't know what to call it, you're going to be able to pick up all of the relics from the bounties. So everything is nice and consolidated in one place, and you don't have to fight RNG in all of the other places. So if you're still looking for your Mirage Prime relics, or if you're still looking for, you know, something else that's not included in the Prime Vault, you can always go hop off, do some interceptions or defenses or excavations, whatever your flavor is, and you can find those relics there and not have any of these relics kind of dilute that pool. So again, you'll be able to find all of these relics in the Ostron bounties. Make sure to jump into that. However, if you don't mind trying your hand at RNG, you can always go ahead and jump into your syndicates, get some syndicate rep, buy this relic packs from the syndicates, and you'll be able to have your chance at picking up the unvaulted relics there. Just do keep in mind that those unvaulted relics are also in the bigger pool of all of the other relics. So buying the packs from your syndicates is going to be a little bit of a, you know, hit or miss sometimes. You might get some of the unvaulted relics, you might not, because everything's kind of like diluted when it comes to the relic sets that they have there. However, if you want your best chance at them, just go hit up the bounties. We're playing them during stream all day, and we're getting a bunch of them. So I hope you guys can join in on that. Let's go ahead and move on to the Shrine of the Eidolon update. Now this is really cool. I'm not gonna read you all of the lore bits, but the cool things that are gonna be coming out, they did release a trailer for it, is that we are gonna see the Gancho List, which is, legends say, the Gancho List wields an enormous boulder for an arm and radiates powerful beams of sentient energy. The Ostrons built a shrine in its honor, hoping to gain its favor. So I'm wondering if the shrine is actually gonna be out there in the wild. That's what I'm kind of thinking in my head, because I don't think that we've actually heard about how to access the Gancho List yet. So that's what I'm crossing my fingers. I'm like, okay, maybe we'll be able to find a shrine out there and activate it and bring this one to life. The Gancho List, as you guys know, is actually the really like big Terra List. So it's the one that is like sizably bigger than the Terra List. Then we have the Hydra List. The Ostrons believe the Hydra List is an omen of impending natural disaster. Stories describe a distinct pungent aroma that precedes the arrival of this toxic beast. So it's gonna be a toxic one. You're gonna want to watch your shields, because it's gonna seep right past those shields and go directly to your health. I'm not exactly sure what its abilities are, but this one does seem to be tied to the rain. So you never know, we might be watching out for it in the rain. Regardless, both of these two, at least from what we've seen so far, is going to lead to the fact that you're going to be able to get Riven Transmuters from the new Eidolons. These consumable items can transmute 4 Riven mods into a brand new Riven. Combining 4 Rivens of the same type, so if you get 4 rifles, 4 melees, or 4 shotguns, and you combine those all together, will result in a transmuted Riven of that type. So now we've got Riven Transmutation, and they are tied into these new Eidolons, which I'm really excited to fight, because, listen, don't get me wrong, I love the Terra List. The Terra List was fun, the Terra List was exciting. However, you know, we've moved on, and I need more. I need more Monster Hunter-esque blood, just bloodthirst in my mouth, just ready to rip into a new thing. Now we've got Drive the Dharshan, which is the new kind of like, it's not really anything. It's just like in the plains, you know, you'll be able to jump into a Dharshan and you'll be able to fight enemies in that, including trying to search for the new Eidolons. So that's a cool thing. And then of course, we have the big Warframe power and weapon changes. Now, we've talked about this in previous videos already. However, I did want to bring you guys some breaking news, which I thought was absolutely amazing. They haven't shared it anywhere else except for their social medias, so I thought you guys should take a look at it today because I'm really freaking excited, especially about the Atlas one. So you know what? Let's start with the Ember one real fast. Let's start with the Ember Fireball charge. Now, as you guys know, DE is currently taking, I guess you would say, well, I guess they can't really do taking like taking feedback now, because they are planning on doing something to change Ember's 1 and Ember's 3 to kind of give her a little bit more diversity in her kit, because, you know, her 1 and her 3 kind of overlap a little bit. They're both kind of like, you lay down an area of effect with fire and it's kind of like, okay. So what we've got is the Ember Fireball charge. Now, as you can see here, this was actually posted by Megan, and what you'll actually be able to do is charge up the fireball, and it will leave a more powerful fire trap as, you know, as much as you charge it. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, nice, you can actually get some bonus damage out of it if you're really looking for it. And it looks like they're really turning Ember into like, listen, if you want more damage output, we'll get you more damage output, hun. So that's always fun. That's always great. I can't wait to see this actually live. But the one that I'm really excited for, let me tell you this right now. This is the one that Rebecca posted, and this is actually the one for Atlas's Petrify, and this one just looks dope. She described it as a Petrify railgun. So instead of going through and kind of like holding up this beam with Atlas where he's kind of like, you know, kind of zoned in, he basically just charges up this quick flash, and the way that I like to put it is almost kind of like a camera flash, where you sit there for a quick charge, and then all of a sudden you zap all of the enemies and they're instantly petrified. Right? Look at that. That looks so dope. That looks just insanely dope because of the fact that you're literally just going through and it's just flash, and then they're all of a sudden petrified. And I think that that works amazingly with his new Rebel mechanic, so that he can go ahead and get more armor stacks, get some health back. I'm really a big fan of this change, and I'm glad, because I think I was saying it in one of the previous videos where I'm like, I really wish they would just make Petrify like almost instant, you know what I mean? So at least this preserves its cone ability. It's not like a big crazy AoE or anything, but so it's still limited in its range, which means that it's not going to be crazy overpowered, but it's able to petrify things much faster, at least from what I'm seeing here. I don't know exactly what mod she's got in this build, or if the petrify speed is affected by power strength, because I do believe that it's currently, in its current form, power strength will actually make enemies become petrified faster. Regardless, I'm really excited to play around with these Atlas changes. These ones do look super dope, and apparently all of this stuff is literally dropping this week. It's all, I'm like, oh my god, DE, you're gonna make my brain explode, because now I've got to take on 2 Eidolons. I've got to go ahead and take a look at all of the crazy reworks that we're getting, including the weapon reworks, you guys. And this video was actually going to be a little bit different. I was actually supposed to do like a kind of review of all of the weapons that I'm like really excited for with the weapon rework, because there's just so many things coming out with like the weapon 2.0 that it's absolutely nuts. I mean, like, of course I've got favorites like the Maradetron, but the Twin Roga, somebody actually had reminded me, it's basically like we're gonna have a little dual handheld shotguns with 100% status chance. I'm like, oh, that is gonna hurt a lot. So I'm definitely excited about all of that. So you guys stay tuned to the channel, because there is a ton of things to come. Like, legitimately, DE is getting us gassed. DE is just like pumping us full of all of this gas and getting us ready to go, because wow, freaking February is really when the year is starting, isn't it? Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed that little tidbit of news. I hope you guys are as pumped for all of this. In fact, go ahead and leave in the comments below exactly what you are the most excited for. Are you guys ready to take on the Eidolons? Are you ready to purge some of those old Rivens that you have and create some new ones, especially by taking on the new Eidolons? Let me know what you think. Do you think they're going to put a shrine in the plains, and so that we can go ahead and fight the Gancho List, because I really don't know exactly how we would access it otherwise. Let me know if you're excited about any of the buffs, the Atlas. I dare not call it a rework, but it's kind of feeling like it is a rework. Go ahead and leave all of that in the comments below. And also be sure to jump onto the forums, because I'm not sure if they're still taking recommendations for Embers 3 and Embers 1. Because, I mean, this is shipping sometime this week. So, I mean, if you're going to make a recommendation, make it fast. But that about does it for me. So, as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.